Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing the project pan finale. So the list of products that I went through in my 2021 project pan, showing you the products that I have left and walking through that, and then potentially talking about what we're doing next year and then letting y'all out of here. I will do a separate video talking about my project plan for 2022. I'm really super excited about it. It'll probably be much like the same thing that we did this year and last year because I find that these are super successful for me. But with that said, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I do hope that you'll continue watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry, so I like to bring you all the education that I'm receiving about the things that I'm putting on my face. I also just generally like to chit-chat about makeup, and you people are my people. I pick you, Pikachu, because ain't nobody in my personal life giving a poop about what I've got to say about makeup. And with that being said, let's roll into this Project Pan 2021 finale. Alright, so it wasn't that long ago that I updated this because it was time to update, but I do like to run through the entirety of the year and then in January come to you with the finales of the products that I'm working on, or you know, the series that I have going, or whatever it is. And today we are diving into the 2021 Project Pan finale. December 4th, I believe, was my update date, and I will link that in the cards up here so that you guys can see it. But I have had some progress on some other items, so I thought I would show you those products. So I did have 3 new items roll out. 2 of them are already part of my year of empties information because they did finish right after I did my update in early December, but the last one I just finished yesterday. So the 2 products that rolled out since the last update are this one here. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Retractable Eyeliner. This was an eyeliner that had never been used in my collection when I first rolled it in. What I would say is that when I first rolled it in quite a while ago, it was actually August 1st that I rolled this in, and I do use eyeliner every single day, whether it be on my waterline or on my upper lid or in my tight line, whatever it is. And this one was decent. It wasn't horrible. I didn't find that it was as waterproof as it claims to be, but I did find that when it came to wiping it off at the end of the day, it was stuck like glue. So I wouldn't necessarily think that this was one that I would repurchase by any means. I did think it was a little bit soft, and because of that, it didn't take very long to get through. I'm used to a little bit stiffer of a formula when it comes to eyeliner, not like a tuggy formula, but a little bit more stiff. This one was definitely soft, and I think that for that reason, it didn't take me long to get through it. I ended up finishing this on the 12th of December. The next thing was this, which is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and I purchased the little tiny like travel version. This was a $15 version of the Hydro Grip. The reason why I purchased the travel size is because I couldn't remember whether I loved it or whether I didn't like it. I seemed to remember liking it, but I think like my makeup preferences have changed or something because I've really hated using this product, honestly, at the end of the day. And then I also battled the contraption problems that it was having. There was an opportunity with this pump being just a little bit better. I went through, you know, many a moment in time where it took me like 15 pumps just to get it to squirt out the tiniest little bit of product. So it kind of got irritating at the end of the day. What is left in here, I absolutely cannot get out, and nor do I care to get out, but you guys can see the lines from usage from throughout the project pan. I rolled this guy also in August. It weighed in at 32 grams at that point in time. The last update, it weighed 25 grams, which was approximately 3 grams or so less than what it had before. As I roll it out, it still weighs in at 23 grams, but you guys can clearly see it is empty. So all those grams are the component weight for sure. I finished that off on the 29th, so just right before we rolled into this new year. The last thing that I am rolling out of this is this, and it is the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Eye Brightener. And I have to be honest, this wasn't my favorite. I felt like it was really drying. It really created or exacerbated the crepiness of my aging under eyes, and it wasn't fantastic. At the end of the day, I ended up using it as a really lightweight product all over my face, much like a skin tint or something along those lines, and I even hated it in that fashion. What made me think I would like it on a larger portion of my face than I do on my under eyes will never cease to amaze me, but at the same time I thought that because the rest of my skin wasn't as, crepey or aging as my under eyes were, that I might love it. But truth be told, it's just a really drying product. It just looks really dry on your skin, and it was just not the right color for me. But it is empty. I even took out the stopper, which created a bigger, badder mess, obviously, but it is gone. It is out of my collection. I just finished this off a couple days ago on the 5th of January. So this guy came in October, and it weighed in at 15 grams. It weighed 15 grams throughout the entirety of being in my project pan. It still weighs 15 grams, but it is empty. And I would say that if you have anywhere near a dry under eye or an aging under eye or a crepey under eye, this is not the product for you. It's just not great. So now the products that are left that I didn't finish up in my 2021 project pan. That's not to say that these are rolling into my 2022 project pan. That's just to say these are the ones I didn't finish up, and I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. I have this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is what it currently looks like, and it has a current weight of 35 grams, which is the same as what it rolled in at in the month of October. So it's not moving very quickly. I have used it quite a bit. This is actually a really great emollient under eye brightener as opposed to the Stroke of Light by Bare Minerals. I find that this also is one of those products that I can use all over my face and feel real confident in how it shows up all over my face. I have no problems using this product. I know that this is a cult favorite out there amongst oops, dropped it. I know that this is a cult favorite amongst a lot of people here on this platform. It really is a great under eye brightener. I would forever recommend it. And I'm really happy to say that Smashbox picked it up, even though Becca is out of commission. So really great under eye brightener that did roll in, like I said, in October at 35 grams. It currently weighs 35 grams, and I have used it, but it's not showing a whole lot of usage. The next thing I have on here is this. Man, this is the Pillow Talk lipstick, and I have used it quite significantly actually since the last update, which was last month, and I just want to finish it. But at the same time, I just don't like the shade on me. I do like it a lot more with the Pillow Talk lip liner that I do have. It is in medium or intense Pillow Talk shade, and I really like it. This I brought in at the very beginning of this project pan, so just over a year now. Now I didn't take weights when I first brought it in. I just took a picture of it up until the update in June. At June I weighed it. It did weigh in at 5 grams, and today it is weighing in at 4 grams. It weighed in at 4 grams last update. It's actually one that I will probably end up giving to my daughter, if I'm honest. It's just not a lipstick color that I like, and I think that it will have a better home in her lipstick collection than it does in mine, and she will use it. It's a great color. It's a great color for her. It's just not a great color for me. I have really yellow olive complected skin, and that lipstick just doesn't look good with my skin, whereas she's a little more pink, and I think it would suit her rather well. The next thing I have in here is this. This is the Hourglass Veil powder. This is a loose powder that I rolled in August, and when I rolled it in August, it was pretty full. It did come in at 17 grams, and this top line here is where it was marked when I first rolled it in. So when I updated in October and then again in December, it really hadn't moved a whole lot. So it had moved just under that line in the December update, and I didn't readjust the line because they would have been just one right on top of another. But today, rolling it out of this project pan, you can see where that line is. It is a little bit further down. It weighed in at 17 grams when I rolled it in, 16 grams in the last update, and 16 grams today, and it'll probably be decluttered. Because I like myself a powder, but I like myself more of a pressed powder than a loose powder, and I just don't see me using the rest of that. And to be honest, it's kind of a pain in the ass to use because the little holes here are absolutely minuscule. They're in the shape of an H, and it's really hard to get any kind of powder into the lid from this contraption. And then when I do, like, the lid is so small that my powder brushes, which are typically about this size, just don't fit into the lid. So it's hard to get a good concentration of the powder on my brush in order to, like, put it on my face. So I just don't see me keeping that in my collection either. That will roll out as a declutter. Now, I'm not counting those as end results. I have my end results final tally already, but I just want you guys to know where they're going because they will be leaving my collection. So some things that are staying in my collection are going to be this guy here, which is the Pebble Beach Cargo Swimmables eyeliner. I love this eyelining formula. I think it's a really nice eyelining formula. It stays on really well. It doesn't really go anywhere. It is considered waterproof eyeliner, and I feel like this one does a better job than the waterproof, makeup breakup proof, or whatever it is by Wet n Wild, because I can also get this off my face when I choose to want to. I like the sharpenable pencil, which is what it is, better than a retractable one if I'm going to have an eyeliner. In my humble opinion, they just are better, a little more creamy, but yet still stiff enough that you have some control with them. This one is also really super smudgeable. That one's not a whole lot of smudgeable, to be honest, without going all over your face. So this guy I rolled in August, and I didn't take any weights of this pencil the entire time. So I do have pictures of where it was in October, December, and January as I'm rolling it out. I do think that I made really quite nice progress of this product. When I rolled it in, it was a brand new pencil, and I'm currently sitting at a place where you can't see the A anymore, and that makes me happy. I think goal, I wanted to get down to the O, I think, if I remember correctly. I didn't quite make it there, but that's okay because it's an eye pencil that I quite like, so I'm not offended by it. Then I have this, which is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter, and this is in the shade Sin. This also has been in since almost the very beginning. I rolled this in February. At that point in time, I was weighing in ounces, and then at some point one of my subscribers was like, hey, you should probably weigh it in grams. You're going to see a little bit more of a change if you weigh in grams. So I started weighing it in grams. I started weighing it in grams in June, and in June it weighed 49 grams. Today it weighs 48 grams as I'm rolling it out of the 2021 project pan. But I have to be honest with you, I did use this. I used it quite a bit. Powders, for those of you that do not know, face powders, get a mini. You never need a full-size powder because they last forever. And a highlighter is used on such a small area or in such a small amount that this size highlighter will probably last me 400 years.
Sorry, could you say that again?
My apologies. Siri just scared the shit out of me, just saying.
I won't need to purchase another one. I will probably end up honestly throwing it away before it ever goes bad, or I've even panned it, unless it was the only highlighter I was using. And in my collection, that's just not gonna happen. So this highlighter will stay in my collection. I really quite like it, honestly. It's a really, really beautiful, like just champagne-y, almost neutral, not too warm, not too cool toned highlight. I love it for those like makeup looks that I don't want the highlight on my face to be too golden, but I also don't want it to be stark white. That's when I pull this guy out. I love this highlight. It's a really great highlight. So the last thing is this, and this is the Aquage Shine Spray. So you guys, I have made it a point to make sure that I'm using this every single day since I talked about it in early December in the last update, because I'm like, I still don't even know what this thing does. It's a shine spray. It's supposed to make your hair shiny. I did use it today on my hair. I don't necessarily think it makes my hair shiny, if I'm honest, but I have made a point of using it every single day. And when I rolled it in, I rolled this in April, so long ago, and it is a travel size, right? It's got 2 ounces total, or 56 grams. When I rolled it in, it actually weighed in at 2.6 ounces when it says it's only 2 ounces. So whatever. So the next weight that I got on this was actually in grams, because that's when I started weighing everything in grams. And I don't have the first total grams that this weighed in at, but my first grams weigh-in of this was 73 grams. Now, I just want to remind you, this says it has 56 grams in it, so I'm not sure where that number comes from, but it had 73 grams the first time we weighed it in grams in June. And since then, I have only used 30 grams of the product. It now weighs in at 46 grams of product. I still have, I think, quite a bit in here, if I'm honest. And I do think that I could get this done if I just keep it in my collection, but this is probably going to go into my New Year's project pan so that I can get it out of my collection. I've got so many hair products. The last thing I need is a shine spray, honestly, and I don't even know that I'm using it right. I mean, I'm putting it on my hair, but it's kind of sticky, if I'm honest. I think it acts like a hairspray. So I try not to use too much of it, and I think that's why it's taken me forever to end it. But at the same time, like, I've been using it since April pretty consistently, and here we are with it still in my collection. What that should tell you is that these kind of products you probably don't need to purchase in the full size either. If it comes in a travel size, purchase it in a travel size. It's probably going to last you a while. So with that said, I wanted to let you know that I think the last time we were here, I was like, I have finished a total of 29 items. I think I counted wrong, because before I put this spreadsheet together, I had a running list in my notebook here of the products that I had emptied in my project pan. And I put those all into this spreadsheet as emptied already products in my project pan for 2021. And there are 22 items in that list that I had emptied prior to making this spreadsheet in early August. When I made this spreadsheet in early August, I had 22 items already emptied and then 11 products in my project pan. Since I put this spreadsheet together, I have emptied an additional 12 items. So we are ending this project this year having finished 34 products in my project pan. I think last year I had finished 21, I want to say. I want to say next year I'm going to aim high. I'm going to aim real high, because I am real super excited. And these rolling project pans, so I used to do, like in 2018, my first year on YouTube, I was like, I'm going to do 18 in 2018. And then my second year, 19 in 2019. In 2020, because of the issues that I was having with the project pans in 2018 and 2019, whereas I didn't finish hardly anything, honestly. I think I finished half of the products that I brought in. I really changed it up and was like, I'm going to do a rolling project pan. I've seen a lot of it out there and I really want to try it. And I finished so many products. I think I finished 19 in 2020. I think last year I finished 21 and this year I finished 34 total items. So I'm going to continue on that trend and do another rolling project pan for 2022. And I'm going to aim big on a goal. And that is a goal that I am going to set, which I have never done before. So I'm excited about it. I hope that you're in for it. And I hope that you guys love this video. What project pan did you do last year? And what project pan did you do in 2021 and how successful were you? I would love to hear all about it down in the comment section. If you have a channel that I am not watching regularly that you would love me to come and watch, please let me know down there. I love project pan videos. I watch as many as I can get my hands on, and I'm thinking about doing a couple new projects next year. So there's that. I watch a lot of videos in the panning community, so I've got a lot of ideas running through my head. So let me know how you guys feel about this project pan this year. I'm really super excited about it. I hope that you are too. I'm so happy that I was able to complete 34 products in this project pan, and I cannot wait for next year's. I love the rolling project pan setup. I will continue to work it that way because that works for me. But let me know what you're doing for project pan. I would love to hear your thoughts, and if it's something like crazy awesome new, I would certainly maybe even think about doing it for myself this coming year with my lofty goals. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed my project pan throughout the year. I will go ahead and link the playlist down in the comments or down in the description box so that you guys can go watch them all if you want, as well as in the cards if that is something that I can do these days. But I hope that 2022 is treating you all kindly so far. I hope that you and yours are well, and that you're healthy, and that you're safe, and that you're getting along as best you can in this crazy chaotic environment we've got going on right now. I also hope that you are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.